We listened.
It was because he cut his hair, isn't it?
No.
Oh. Moody. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Taina, and I'm back with my brother, Ruben, and today is not a reaction video. Today, me and Ruben are gonna give our best and worst contestants from the 5 shows that we reacted to in 2024.
Yeah, so far. What are the 5 shows?
So it was Singles Inferno 3, Singles Inferno 2, Exchange 3, My Siblings Romance, and there's another one. Singles Inferno 2, Exchange 3,
Exchange 3, My Sibling Romance. That's it. 3.
Was it 4?
2, yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping. From the 4 shows that we did.
From the 4 dating shows.
From the 4 dating shows. That's right. We did Daredevil's Plan. From the 4 dating shows that we did in 2024.
Yeah.
Now, I am gonna post a picture of all the people. I want you guys to take a pause and think about it for yourselves. Really think about who you would pick as the best and who you would pick as the worst, and come up with a list and share it with me in the comments, because I would love to know.
The best doesn't necessarily have to do, like, it's your definition of
what. Yeah, we're using whatever our definition is. Okay.
The best could be like, oh, he was a great person. The best could also be like, he gave content.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
He was the reason why I watched the show.
Because we're gonna do us.
Don't come for me in the comments.
You're definitely gonna come for me, but that's okay. I want to see your comments as to what your list looks like.
I feel like my list is good.
I think my list is good too, and I have reasons.
I have reasons.
So let's get into them. We're gonna start best or worst first.
We're gonna do. Let's do best first.
Let's do best and end with worst.
Back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Meaning 1 is the best of the best of anybody that ever showed up on any of these shows, and then we'll start at 5.
And there's a lot of them. I was looking at the list over again.
You know what hit me when I was looking at the list? A lot of it was either I was neutral or I was hate you, love you. Like, a lot of it was like, and a lot of the girls were very much neutral. They didn't give too much. Yeah, for me anyways.
What's your
my 5?
Good.
My number 5 in terms of best is Haesun from Singles Inferno 3.
Haesun.
Yeah. The girl that Gwon-hee picked. I loved her, and her only mistake was who she liked. You know what I mean? Other than that, my girl was
queen. Is she on my list?
Is she not on your list? She didn't make top 5?
She didn't. I'm gonna rebuttal. Can we rebuttal? Why
Go ahead. Why is she not on your list?
The reason why she was not on my list, not good or bad. The reason why is because she was like, and before the episode when Gwon-hee was doing all these shenanigans, she literally was like, "Go ahead, pick the other girl."
Yeah, and then she got up. I know.
She did all that talk. She was like, "The best time I had was with him. Like, I never liked you."
I know.
Blah, 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 blah. And then she got the
and then she got up to get up and go to him.
Get up after that.
I know. But hear me out. Hear me out.
There's no hearing you out.
Hear me out. Like I said, her only terrible quality was the man she liked. My thing about her was that she
did not stand.
She carried herself. She didn't stand 10 toes. She didn't stand 10 toes. And I will die on that hill with you.
If she did,
she carried herself so well throughout the show. I really liked her as just like a person. That's my reasoning. It's just her personhood. I really liked her as I really liked her personhood.
That's great for you.
That's my 5.
That's great for you.
Hey, who's not on your list? Go ahead. What's your 5th? Who's your 5th? Who's your 5th best?
My number 5. Kind of related to the one that you just said.
Did you put Gwon-hee?
Gwon-hee.
I know exactly why. He brought some content for you.
Content. If it wasn't for Gwon-hee, what season was this?
Season 3.
Season 3? Yeah, it was the last season. Season 3 would have like what?
You know what's crazy? Gwon-hee's on neither of my list.
What? Taina, Gwon-hee literally made the season possible. If it wasn't for him,
was entertaining, for sure. For sure, Gwon-hee was entertaining. Go ahead. My apologies.
Let me tell you, this man walked in. He had an imaginary beef with
Sun lookalike. Yeah, Minkyu.
He had imaginary beef with Minkyu for no reason.
Man wasn't even paying attention to him. he was like, I don't want you to go with me. She's like, and then she's like, what was it? Was this Minji? Minji was like, he's just a, like, there's nothing there. It's like, I don't like it. Yeah. Oh, and then the helicopter scene? Okay, I can see he was entertainment. But I don't know why. No.
Finish it for me.
No, the helicopter scene was class. Sorry.
I let you talk, but you don't want to let me talk.
Sorry.
That was number one reason why I put him in the good list, right?
He was entertaining.
And then he didn't even see the boy. He was already competing against him. Second, the helicopter scene should be studied. It should have the awards, Oscar, and the Oscar go to this. Let me tell you what. We watched the scene because of the new season that just came out, season 4, and then people were posting the old epic stuff. Yeah. And I saw it again. So you telling me, Menkyu sitting right here, she's sitting right here crying her eyes out, and then Menkyu's on the other hand,
Guanyi's there, she
literally like basically getting naked to give her shirt to wipe. And then there's another guy that was in front that turned around and saw her crying. And then Guanyi proceeded to say, "Oh, you were crying?"
Then you have him on your best. Like the entertainment was that was entertainment gold. However, Guanyi was too much of a man-child for me to put him on my best list. I refuse.
This man said, you.
Man was too much of a man-child to go on my best list, bro. I couldn't do it. Like, this man was so much in his, like, I can't like you unless you like me. It was crazy. And the fact that 3 girls chose him, his head got so big, he couldn't make my best list. I refuse.
Even after he, oh my God, pure entertainment. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
okay, you're here for the entertainment. All you're saying is gonna be so sus because you're just here for the entertainment. I'm here for the personality.
Guanyi was the man. And his personality, Guanyi was the man.
Guanyi was not personality-wise. Guanyi was annoying as I don't know what. Oh my God, this man was annoying. He was very much, I can't make a decision unless I know the girl. Like, sir, stand on 10 toes and pick somebody, and then stick with it.
And he did.
No, he didn't.
From episode 1.
Right, but he was playing games.
He was gonna pick that girl.
I'm not going back to this man again. I refuse. Next, what's your number 4 best kid? Go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be stupid, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's a good one.
It's a good one? Go ahead.
It's a good one. Number 4 for me as the best personality, whatever you want to say, contestant, Jaeyoung from
Man was great. My Siblings Romance. Why?
He was just pure. Like, I was rooting for this man, and though, like, his relationship with Choa, his relationship with
his sister Saesung
remind me of you, like
super cute.
The way his facial expression, everything Saesung do something was like, I was like, that's me. I'll probably do the same thing. And then I just remember you to be like, how would you say nobody picked me? I would have been like him, like nobody picked you, girl.
I'm so
like,
sorry.
get out here. He was pure gold.
He was pure gold. He was great on that show.
And the ending
and
was
he got
sad.
cheated. Jiwon made such a mistake, bro. It was actually insane.
Oh my God.
My number 4, I'm gonna say her name wrong, and we said her name wrong so many times while watching the show. Sun, the married couple from season 2.
Sun.
Listen, guys. Any girl who can have one conversation with a man that about helping him pick between 2 separate girls, but then gets chosen? What? For that reason alone? Yeah. And besides, she's a great girl, regardless. Yeah, but honestly, for that reason alone, she made my number 4. I respected her so much because when she came out of that tent, jaw dropped. I was like, what is she doing out here? They had what looked to me like a 3-minute conversation, and then they ended up...
You're very loud.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just so shook.
Nah, you're right. And my second time watching the show, I fell in love with her. Because I remember the first time.
I remember you.
I was so focused on, I forgot her name, the other girl, the 10 girl. Mm-hmm. I was so focused on her. I'm like, oh my God, she's beautiful.
She's her.
And then the second time watching it with you, for some reason.
Because she was just sitting there and you're like, damn, look at how the sun is hitting her.
Like, she was beautiful.
Sir, she's clearly taken.
She was beautiful to me. I did feel for her. She was funny. She wasn't playing no games.
She was playing no games. She was very upfront with Haben in terms of not feeling him, and she was very respectful about it. Loved her.
She did.
My number 4.
She was
My number 4.
She was amazing. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is actually Jaehyung. For all the reasons that you just stated him as your number 4. Jaehyung was great in My Siblings Romance. Jaehyung was great. I loved him.
My number 3?
It's gonna be so stupid. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's a good one.
Okay.
My number 3 is Jin-young. Dex. Dex is number 3 again. Without Dex, what would we be watching?
The finger tingling? I was literally at my chest, like, in the water scene. I was like,
From the get-go, he stepped out on the sand.
The island?
And then they were like competition. He was like, I bet. My men did 1, 2, 3, 4, plume.
Here's the reason Dex didn't make my list on either of them. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out.
He's a
I'm well aware that he's a commentator
now. He was so good that he became.
I understand. Can I share, please?
Kinda.
Can I share?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Amazing Dex is.
Amazing Dex is. The heck is that?
How amazing
Dex sorry. Go
is.
ahead. Go ahead.
Not only that, the fact that he didn't get chosen was also the icing on the cake.
That's why he didn't make it for me. He dropped the ball.
Exactly.
To be cool.
Exactly. Like, that's when you were just looking at you, be like,
I'm looking at him like, at this point, Suki's locked in. Suki's making it beyond
that he
obvious
wanted
that
him,
that's
like,
who
just,
she was gonna pick.
But
and then she asks him, and he's like, oh, I don't know yet. That's why he's on my list. He dropped the ball.
The other reason, him and Nadine.
Oh, they're little
like after the show
They're not together though.
I know, but like the little after the show like vibe.
Yeah.
I kind of liked
it. Okay.
I kind of liked it. Reason why Dex is mine.
He didn't make my list because he dropped the ball. I ain't gonna hold you.
Surprisingly, Nadine didn't make my list.
Nadine didn't make my list either, but loved her.
Amazing.
She was great. Yeah. Harvard lawyer. Loved her. 2.
My number 2.
I want you to guess my 1.
I want you to guess my 2. My 1. No,
okay.
We're in 2.
We're in 2. Okay. What's your 2?
If I tell you my 2, you're gonna be able to know my 1. So I don't want to.
Well, we have to do 2. We can't just skip 2.
Say your 2. Say your 2 first.
My 2 is Kwang Tae. And for the reasons that Ruben would put, Kwang Tae was entertaining as heck, bro. Every time this man was on my screen with Sokyung, I was out here like, oh, should I even be watching this? The amount of neck touching that happened during that show was insane.
That's crazy. Great minds.
Kwang Tae, is he your 2?
My 2 Sokyung. I know. That's crazy.
I thought Sokyung would be your first.
I know. The reason she's not number 1 is her pick.
At the end?
At the end. She blows me with it. She did all of this madness.
Just to pick him. No, but Kwang Tae was great. Sokyung didn't make any of my list, but if she was gonna make any of my list, it would have definitely been villain list.
Because Sokyung didn't make your bad.
She didn't even make my bad list.
Taina, Sokyung was the reason again to watch.
Listen.
No, let me tell you what. Let me tell you why Sokyung is my number 2. Beside all of the things that she did, and I think I read it in the comments that somebody said. They were like, most of the people that was on the show had media training prior to the show. Like they did some type of like.
Did they?
Something in the media. Sokyung is one of them that did not have any media training. So her reaction to things is her real reaction, and you had to deep that a little bit, because if we were going in a show like this, we don't have any media training. Like, that's how we will react. Like, you see your men talking to the next girl.
Ex-man. Her ex-man. Her man that she dropped and then blocked. Like, let's not forget.
It doesn't matter, Taina. You see your man talking to the next girl, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, like, just have fun. Nah, don't talk to her. And then you need to let her know that,
not pick her. Do as I say. Remember that?
Yeah. And you need to let her know that, like, I'm number one.
That's crazy. Oh, remember the part when he was like, did you find anybody more attractive than me? And he was like, no. When they were doing Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because, and then she repeated. She was like, I keep telling these guys I'm number one. They didn't believe me.
Yeah.
And then she had to confirm it. She was like, yeah, she's number one. And then she's like, but like,
anyways,
I already told you.
I get what you mean. So Kyung was entertaining, and she was. I don't know how she's in your best though, but you love her. I remember you loved this girl,
but like,
and you stood behind her 10 toes through all her nonsense,
all her good, all her bad,
That's
all
fair.
her evil. You
So
blow
hold
up
on.
the thing.
Who the hell's your one? Guess my one.
Your number one. You already say Jaeyoung.
Yes, I did. I did.
You say Kwangtae.
I did.
Zoe.
No, I'm surprised you can't. Really? You're not seeing it? Who was I swooning over? The whole
Menkyu?
No.
Oh, Juwon.
Yes.
Juwon.
My number one is Juwon Bear. Oh my God.
He did not make my list.
Either one of them?
Either one of them.
Listen.
I almost put him in the bad one, but I was like,
my thing is, I don't know what it is about this man. The moment he entered my screen and he would talk and his mouth would hang open slightly when he finished, he'd be like, I fell in love. I fell in love and I stood behind him 10 toes. And he's main the reasons why I didn't like Sokyung so much, because she kept coming. She kept interrupting what he had.
Let me tell you
with
Yujong.
I've
somebody. I said this when we were watching it. I know you said
he made his decisions.
And I'm gonna say it here. This man is a player from the Amal. Like, he played you. He fooled you.
Then consider me fooled. Because my man is number one to me as far as I'm concerned.
He did all of that to the girl, right?
All of what?
To what's her name? Jesus, I forgot her name. Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
He did all of that, right? Putting Sokyun number one, like always caring about what Sokyun thinks. Sokyun. And then to turn around and be like, oh, I want you. Like, what? Be honest with ourselves.
I don't know what to tell you.
He played.
This man had me wrapped around his finger. If he played me, then he played me well. Because
the one thing I liked about it, like the one thing, I don't know if they're still together. Let us know in the comments. But the one thing that I really liked about the ending for Juwon was Sokyun said that like every time they break up, he was the one that's.
Juwon picked Yujong.
Huh?
Juwon?
Yeah.
His final decision was Yujong.
Yeah. Listen to what I'm saying.
So go ahead.
I'm saying the one thing I like for Juwon is because Sokyun said every time they broke up or they had the little tiff, Juwon is the one that's always running back after her, like to get her back. And the one time that Sokyun ran after him to get him
he was
back,
like, he stood on his 10 toes. I love this man.
And I was I appreciate it. And then I don't know what happened next. They had a conversation, so they're not back together. So hopefully they're still together, because I do like them individually. But Sokyun is Sokyun. I
don't know. Whatever you say about this man, he had me wrapped around his finger. Every time this man came in, I was just like, anybody who heard, even Chungjin, who broke his lighter, I was like, why are you breaking my man's lighter? What did he do to you? Okay, who's your one?
He's not in my bad list.
Who's your one? Hold on, pause. You said Sokyung.
Yeah. You already know who my number one is.
Oh, is it Kwangtae? You haven't said him yet. I did. Okay.
Yeah, Kwangtae's
yeah, you've been mentioning this man nonstop.
Kwangtae's number one for one reason and one reason only. He just wants to find love.
Yeah.
I can't relate.
It was so heartbreaking when he was like, his ex never told him he loved him. I was like, Kwangtae,
I just want to find love. So that my brother wants to find love. I'm like, I can't relate, brother, man. I just want to find love.
I will never, however, forgive Kwangtae. I guess he can't help it because he has like that eyebrow twitch. But for making me think that Olympian was his girlfriend for so long, bro. Only for his girlfriend not to be there.
Yeah, me too at the same time. And then like they were like, when he'd be like this.
I'd be like, ah.
But I think it's just like he sees her a little sister.
Yeah, I think so too. But I was so sure. And this man was just being weird for no reason.
And then one thing again about Kwangtae that I like, and I've said this many times before, these guys, when they focus on one person, they just focus on one person. Even if the person said no. The minute homegirl said no, he was like, bet.
Turned.
Turned.
But that was his downfall, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't his downfall because Sokyun was playing games.
Sokyun was playing games.
Like he wasn't giving like they had a thing in the beginning, but Sokyun was still like June-won, Pink Boy, like she was all over the place. Mm-hmm. And then my man was like, I bet you all over the place. I'm gonna see what else out there. And then the whole Dahi run, I was like, yo, I'm kind of feeling this little running.
God, they went on a run together.
Like I'm feeling this little vibe, and then Dahi was stay crying. And she's like, I ain't got time for this.
That child should sue. Honestly, Dahi should sue for emotional damage. That whole entire show.
He's like, I don't got time for this. I'm going, and then the other girl was with him, but his downfall was that like. He was so nice to everybody, to all the girls. He made every girl.
He was flirting with all of them. He's so flirty.
So people didn't take him seriously.
Yeah.
And then when he finally laser focused on Sokyun, it was already too late because Jungwon did his Jungwon-y thing, and then Sokyun was gone. So.
Okay. Well, there we have it. Your
top five
is
my
Kwante.
top five. Number 1, Kwante, Sokyun, Dex, Jaehyung, Kwon-hee.
Mines were Juwon, Kwante, Jaehyung, Sun, and Haesun.
Sun.
All right, worst. The worst of worst. So we'll start with 5 being the least worst and number 1 being the most baddest.
Oh, is that why we did it? I did it backwards.
Then just read it backwards. So like when we say number 1, that's gonna be like the worst of the worst.
Okay. So number 1 is the worst of the worst. Number 5
is like the least of the worst.
Okay, I did it 5.
Okay, so for me, my 5.
Yeah, number 5.
It's gonna sound really stupid because it was literally only one time, but it's ingrained in my head.
Okay.
My 5 is Gyuri.
No.
Gyuri from Singles Inferno 3. When Gyuri went through her villainous era, bro.
She was on my list, and I took her out for the bad.
It was between her. Or, oh God, who was it? I honestly don't forgot because you're not on my list right now. But Gyuri, when Gyuri went through her villainous era with Minu, I think was his name. Girls trying to, she comes up, she's like, can I talk to him? Like, no. That scene alone is why she made my list.
She almost made my list because she played with my man, Menkyu. We know that the girl did not like
Menkyu. And Menkyu was such a great guy.
Exactly.
He deserved better. But Gyuri's my number 5.
Number 5.
You gotta say something so stupid.
Okay. But you gotta hear me out.
Okay, I'll hear you out. I won't judge. We listen and we don't judge.
Hear me out. My number 5.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5, number 1 is crazy. But my number 5 is Chunyo Moody. We listened.
Well, it's because he cut his hair, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
Moody was my number 5 because...
he did nothing.
Oh, how did you know?
Because you're an entertainment guy. You're here for the drama, and Moody brought you nada.
Nothing.
I feel like you could put Hobbit in there. You could put Hunbin in there.
They weren't even in the conversation. Like, that's all. Like, I didn't care about these people. But Moody, I was rooting for.
We were okay. You know what? I'm not mad at it because the amount of support
we gave
that man for him to be throwing it away for nonsense, only to then show up in front of Say Sung at the final episode to throw it all in our faces. I'm actually okay with that. I'm not mad at it anymore.
That man gave me a headache.
Oh my God.
The amount of and then when he cut his hair.
Because Jiwon didn't like.
And Jiwon didn't even pick. Oh, hallelujah.
I get it. He's stressing me out and I stopped watching the show. I get it. I understand.
It's me off. Like, really bad.
I get it.
He really pissed me off and I will never forgive him for that.
That's fair.
But in reality, he's a great guy.
He's the name of our tier, of our Patreon tier. It's the Moody tier. Because we love him.
Patreon.
Oh, we do, yeah. Because we love him.
We do. Like,
he tried us. He played with us.
But he did play with me.
I think, you know what's crazy is?
Every week I was fighting.
The reason I named it the Moody tier was because it's going to be the lowest tier and you're just really here for support. You're chilling. Because Moody was really just chilling.
Him and Choa, like... The family that you were like, oh, my family. I really
wanted that family. I really wanted. I know that the park people and adopted them, and I think that's super cute.
there's still hope. Like
for her and him and Saesong, I really think they'd be great together.
They'll be so good together.
I wonder if what's his face is in the picture at all.
Who?
What's his name? Who did Saesong end up with?
They call cut my man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They didn't even have a. Okay, you're right. They're definitely not together anymore. I forgot about that.
My man was good after cut.
Okay, I'm gonna die on this hill too.
Number 4.
I'm gonna die on this hill.
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
4. Number 4 is a twofer.
Oh, you know, I almost put a twofer on there.
Number 4.
Can I guess what your twofer is?
What is my twofer?
Is your twofer Pink Boy and Haewon?
No.
Really? They were almost on my list for just the annoyance that they brought me watching this show.
My twofer is Doc and Olympian. I couldn't pick like one or the other, so I was just like, since you guys are together, I'm gonna put you two together. For those that don't know, the nickname we give them is Min Young and Songjong.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying the name. Mm-hmm. But Doc and Olympian, if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't like, I've told Taina this. If it wasn't for like, oh, we need to watch it because we're reacting, we're doing a reaction, I would have fast forward every time these two people come into my screen. From the get-go, she's crying, he's mad, and I'm like, why am I watching this? And then she had the audacity to be like, even when they picked each other, they were fighting about not fighting. I wanted to like.
He did. Every time they came up, he was like, "Can I get fast forward?" I'm like, "No, we have to watch because we're reacting to." I'm
like, no. I swear, like, if I was watching, I don't know how I would be like really watching this in my free time.
Yeah.
But if I was ever watching this in my free time, I would have dropped the season because I would just drop the season because they were annoying me. Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't. Oh my god, these people annoy me so much. But I hope you guys are very happy.
Well, I hope you guys are very happy together.
I don't know if you're still together.
My 4?
If you are, very happy.
And I will die on this hill, guys.
What?
Youngjae. For making Soe dump herself. This man comes to mind too often for my liking. And then for picking Nadine just to avoid Soe. I will die here and have no complaints.
He did a mad one for that. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing is, he ended up with such a good girl. She ended up with the girl that's on my best list. But that man, for that soul, every time he was with his girl, he was adorable. But that fact alone.
He played with Soe, then he made Soe
break up with herself.
Friends on herself.
Oh my god.
All he did, he was like, wow, you're such an amazing girl.
Oh my god, it's bringing back. It's coming back. Jeez Louise. No, that man's my number 4. Worst of the worst.
Worst of the worst is funny. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Oh my god.
Number 4.
My number 3 was your number 4. But I only put Doc.
Oh, you only put
I didn't put Olympian.
You didn't do a twofer.
I don't need a twofer. I'm sticking with just Doc. Because you remember the moment that man got on my screen, we didn't even know anything about him yet. There was just something. And I was like, I don't like him. It was just a gut instinct.
I remember.
The moment he got on my screen, I was like,
I don't like him.
No, I don't like him. Only to find out he get Olympian depression?
He didn't give her depression.
A man gave her depression, okay? And then she got back with depression. We'll never understand that.
They're happy in love.
I hope so. But that man is my number 3 because the moment he walked on my screen, I was like, there was this vibe by him. I didn't like. His name's not. His name is. It's not Dog, obviously.
No. I know his name.
His name is Min Hyung. And he got the moment he got on my screen, it was a no go.
I'm talking about my number.
It was no go, and so I really needed it to not be the case. I really didn't understand. I didn't like him. He was controlling when he came to Olympian. He was condescending. Didn't like him. He's my top 2 by 3.
I told you, it's a twofer for me. Both of them could have gone and I would have shed a tear.
All right, 2.
My number 3. I didn't do my.
Oh, sorry. 3. Go ahead.
My number 3 is the most evil villain that ever villain in the history.
You have him at 3.
And I'm gonna die on this hill, and you guys are like, "Oh, that's not true. I'm gonna die on this hill."
Go ahead, die on this hill.
The only reason Young will switch over for G1 was for his sister. He taking revenge. I'm dying. And
you're such a loyal brother that you're willing to put him down.
Yeah,
for
like
that.
I promise you, this man, because it doesn't make sense. We've never seen anything bad with Choa. Choa was amazing. Them two was amazing. The airport scene, everybody was like, "Oh my god, look at the miracle!" everything was amazing, and all of a sudden, oh, G1? Where, when, and how? What? I almost did a twofer with Youngwoo and G1. Matter of fact, twofer.
Let's just go ahead and do it.
Just put it together. Youngwoo and G1. Youngwoo is the fact that, like, if he had chosen G1 when they went on a date, I would have given the pass. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he picked Choa after that good date, even with the date they were vibing, after that good date with G1, we were both like, wow, they're the married couple. Because you're like, it makes, even after this good of a day, you were still thinking about Choa. Mm-hmm. Like, you went out your way.
His issue was not being honest, and it was super annoying.
His issue did not mix it, because every time he was like, even after I go out and other girls, I just automatically just stopped Choa's name. And
yeah, that's what he said to us.
Until I'm seeing it.
And then Choa got too boring for him, or what? I don't even know what.
That's the reason. The reason why I put G1, I'm a twofer, because she was on my list, and I took her out, and I put somebody else, because I remember that person did some craziness. But I'm going to put G1 back. Him and Youngwoo can be together for the top 3. The reason I put her in the list is because she told my man...
Whose man?
Jaeyoung. I don't have enough time to get to know you. Then proceeded to pick Youngwoo, that she had 2 dates with. If you didn't like the man, just say you didn't like the man. Don't play on my face. She played on my face.
She played in your face.
She played on my face.
She played in your face.
And I was counting. I'm like, no, there's no way he's gonna pick. And she ended up picking him.
He did.
That's why after they say cut, my man was like, my business is done.
My business is done. My sister's
my
avenged.
sister.
I still don't think that's it. You die on this hill, but I don't think that's it.
I revenge my sister, and then we're done. But again, good people.
Oh yeah, no, everyone's great, I'm sure. My 2 is your 3. Oh. For everything that you just said, my 2 is Youngwoo. He's my 2nd. I didn't put G1 on there.
You can put, I'm telling you, we can do 2 first. Them 2 can go together.
I didn't put them in there, but yeah, for sure. Nice. For everything you just said, I don't even need to repeat it because I refuse. But yeah. Who's your 2?
Oh, I think I put the wrong one.
The wrong person?
The person, yeah. My 2, I put Chungjin, but is Dongjin.
Okay.
Chungjin, we'll just put you as a honorable mention.
Yeah, for terrible.
For terrible, because you didn't give her much. But Dongjin?
He's my 1.
Oh, he's your 1?
Dongjin's my 1, and that's a hill I will die on.
I'm okay.
I know y'all out here, Youngwoo, talking about the worst of the worst. We both put him ahead of Youngwoo.
Yeah, we did.
And since this is my 1, let me take this.
You can take this.
Thank you. Listen to me, guys. Youngwoo did what he did to somebody he didn't know. Dongjin did what he did to the girl he dated for 13 years. The amount of tears that he shed during that show, for this man to just be walking past her when she's literally just following him, clearly wanting to talk, and my man's looking at her as he's walking past her. Insanity. And only for him to then come up with that dang box when we're freaking in Jeju Island, where everybody already opened the box all the way back in like night 2. Come on, you took the box on a plane. You packed it up. It went through customs, guys. Do you realize that? He had to make the box go through customs to come through to Jeju Island. It's an island.
He had to go to customs.
He had to go through customs. My man's making me spit, bruh. Only for him to then go through his emotions when everybody has already gone through it. Pissing me off. Oh my God.
For all of the reasons that you just said, that's why he's my... Oh. I agree with you. I think he is the most villain of ever villain.
But you have someone ahead of him.
That one is going to be crazy. I wrote it. I don't even believe it myself. And the reason why is, you're probably gonna guess the reason why. But anyways, but for him that was the same reason. He did not give himself, like, open himself to the process. And the reason why I really love Sokyun, because Sokyun actually opened herself up to the process.
Those were all her emotions.
Exactly. Those were her true emotion. I don't want you to talk to her. Don't like put me for, like,
and to pick
Haewon. And then to pick Haewon and then
break up with her, and then to then go back to then follow from the comments. Dahi went on a trip. Men followed him there to be like, oh no, not after you just embarrassed me on TV like that, sir. Dahi, I would never. But I hope you guys are happy.
I love how we say all of this.
Yeah, no, we're trash talking, but they're great people. But oh my God, who is your? Hold on, pause. Is it a girl or a guy?
It's a guy.
It's a guy.
The girls are amazing. I don't think none of the girls ever do that much dirt.
Guy. Ooh, I feel like I need to know a show.
That's not, no.
Oh, give it away?
Show, I'll give it away.
Oh, who else would I have put on my list?
Okay, I'll tell you the show. Even if I tell you the show, I don't think you will think. Well, you might be. It's Singles Inferno. 2? I don't know. It's just Singles Inferno. 2 or 3? I don't know, girl. Like, pick one. That could be the worst person for me.
I actually have no idea. Go ahead. I'm blinking. I can't even think of her name right now. What nonsense are you about to spew?
My number 1. And you already know for the reason why I put him as number 1.
Go ahead. What's his name?
Menkyu.
Why is Menkyu number...
Menkyu.
What? Because he didn't do nothing?
Pretty much. Waste of space. You tell me you look like that. You did nothing. Like, oh my God.
Now you coming for my son look-alike? Menkyu wasn't even a contender. I think, Menkyu was one of those people where I went through the list and it was like, oh, you didn't do that much. And then I kept pushing. Angered you.
That angered me because, like, when he is over, you're tripping. Imaginary feud with you. At least give me a feud. And
that was none of his business. Guardian's imagination is none of his business. I didn't like him. The only thing I didn't like him. Loved him. The only thing I would hold against him is that he didn't pursue more of the girls. He really stuck with Yuri.
Literally, that's the reason why. And Yuri did not even give him. Yuri did not even give him the time of day most of the time.
Right. Yuri would have.
And I don't understand why he stuck with Yuri. Minu.
If she had the chance.
Yes, Yuri did not like. Let me tell you, like, he was so nice. He took care of homegirl crying on the plane.
Gave him his shirt, bro. And off his back.
And then when they were at in the hotel room, and she was like, "I'm always here for you if you want." Like, such a good guy.
He's a great guy. I just think he should have searched more.
Nothing.
I can't believe you put him as your worst though.
Because he was tiny. Like, like there's people. There's people who be like, he's like, why? Like, God gave you all of this.
If it's for somebody who did nothing, it'd be Haben. Men came and cooked the whole show. Men was just chefing it up.
No. But Haben had nothing to give. Good people. Let's be serious.
Haben was so nice. And I love a man who cooks.
Whatever, that's great for him.
I love a man who cooks. But Menkyu did look like that and then do nothing.
Menkyu looked like that and did nothing. All of the guys were threatened just by his look. Yeah. And he did nothing with it. He could have run the show.
Maybe he's just a modest guy.
He could have been the one he of the season. He could have been the main man of the season. And he
let me look at my list because I feel like there's some honorable bad mentions that I want to bring up.
I saw.
Hold on.
I said G1 and then I was like, I'm just gonna put them together. Honorable bad mention. Let me tell you.
How the heck do you? Oh, it's photos. Honorable bad mention for me. Pink Boy and Haesun. Get off my screen. Was that her name? It wasn't Haesun. What was her name? Pink Boy and what's her name? Haewon. Get off my screen. Both of you. The drama. They were the ones who made me first believe in K-dramas that can happen in real life. Because explain to me how y'all had a whole conversation, Pink Boy, but you didn't remember it the next day because you were sleepy. What is this? And the candy? Oh my God, that damn bag of candy. Why would you share it with a group of people? Why? When? Explain yourself. That whole candy, Quante, that whole candy was how it started. Oh my God, I hated those two. They needed to get on my screen. And then they would have late night conversations. Let's still go on a date.
It was them like missing each other for me. Like they would be like, she will go up and then he'll come down and you're like, what?
Insanity. Let me see if there's anybody else I want to mention.
Honorable mention for the worst. She-Dog. All my man wanted was an I love you. You couldn't force yourself.
For those of you who don't know, She-Dog is Jonun from Exchange 3.
But I appreciate you not saying something that you
didn't mean. So
yeah. I did
feel so bad for Quante though. You didn't love him. What's not about that man?
What's love?
Jeez Louise.
Dahi can go either way. She can go good. She can go bad. Good because she's an amazing person. Bad because she cried damn way too much.
She really did.
She blew me.
She really did.
Every time that she cried.
Who could go bad? You know, he didn't make my list, but he's definitely on there for that.
June came in and focused on Soe and Soe alone.
And for that, I love him for that.
So I have to rate her because she know what she wanted and she went after.
Are you putting her good or bad?
Good.
What about the guy?
Good.
Okay.
Say June.
Are there any? I feel like a lot of people were just
Suki.
Jinsuk. Great, love my man. My man was so funny. Muscle dude.
Forgettable. I'm so sorry.
But really funny. He was entertaining to me.
Forgettable.
I guess.
He's another one. Forgettable. Like for why?
Wanik was forgettable.
I don't even know why he was on the screen.
Minji was forgettable.
No, yeah.
Hajong? Top. Hajong was so funny. With her little looks, loved her.
Hajin was a good one. Sugi, I know people did not like this girl, but I did. It wasn't her fault that everybody wanted her. You can't blame the player.
She just has that.
Hate the game, don't hate the player. She didn't do anything special, but everybody wanted her. I gotta rate that.
Brother? Top tier.
Sweetie pie.
UJ top tier. My man has had lines for days. Had me out here all nervous when he was like next to the couch with Yuna on it.
Yuna, again, sweetie, like there's such a good... Yuna is another great one. Yuna is a great one. And then when she fumbled the bag and that one when she went out when she went
when she went out with Yongu and we were listening to her like, ooh, maybe if we had more time. I'm like, girl. Oh, don't remind me of that.
Again, I love her for that because she was feeling that like I said, he was a beautiful bastard.
Saesong, another great person. She didn't make. I did individuals. Saesong was. I liked Saesong. I didn't like him with Chunks Up, but I liked her.
Saesong was a good one, and what makes Saesong even funnier is her delusion.
When she was on the date with Yongu, and she's like, wait, when did Yongu start liking me? And we're over here like, girl, not even ever. Please. And when her delusion was lifted at the Truth or Dare game, hilarious. Saesong was too funny. Saesong was too funny.
You know who can go in the bad joint?
Who?
Her man.
Chunks Up?
Chunks Up.
Played games.
Yo, man. He can
listen.
He played mad games, boy.
That's so funny.
Men who was good, Haben, I don't even know why you were in there.
That's terrible.
Menji, you came in too late.
Yeah, people who come in late are
you could have gone. Gyuri was amazing. Wanik, again. Why were you there? I'm so sorry. Amazing people. Why were you there, though?
Wow, this was actually fun to do.
Why were you there? But, wow, there's a lot of good characters.
There was a lot of good characters this last year of shows.
Of shows, yeah. And if we do add...
Devil's Plan, Seokjin, great. Loved him.
Great.
Seokjin was superb.
Number one.
I will die on the hill that Guillermo deserved better, and I loved him.
Guillermo could have done for me in the episode.
No, Guillermo.
He contributed nothing.
Cause he didn't get a chance to. Why was my man the first one out?
I was okay with it because he did nothing. The guy, the poker player.
Oh yeah. He was cheated.
He was cheated.
You know who would have been on my evil list?
Stop. Let's not talk about this thing. Stop. It's too late for me to be yelling.
Biane?
Let's not even bring up the...
Biane?
Let's just move on. Anyways, this was our list.
Oh yeah, this was our list of the best and worst.
And the worst. And then worst can mean whatever you want
it to be. I'd honestly really love to know in the comments what your top 5s are for both.
Menkyu was my top of the worst... My man did nothing.
I think you're mad at him for being so handsome and then do nothing.
He reminds me of my friend. I'd be like, God wasted
beauty on you. Like, he could have given it to somebody else.
To me.
That's so funny. But that's our list.
With all of that shenanigans being said, they were all entertainment.
They were great shows. I really enjoyed those 4 shows.
Yeah.
That we did.
I think the only reality show that Korean reality show that I watched was Singles Inferno, and that was because of the pandemic. Like, when you watch Netflix... Which one did you enjoy the most? In Singles Inferno?
No, all the 4 shows. Which one was your favorite?
I think, surprisingly, My Sibling Romance.
That one was great.
The reason, I really loved that one is because I could relate.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fix you up with somebody.
And yet, here we are. You're not doing a good job.
It's not by the lack of trying. And I told you this before. I be checking out guys now.
You find yourself looking at him like, cute.
I'm like, he's not tall enough. I'm sorry.
I don't have a height thing.
Well, I do. I want my nephews to be at least. I'm sorry, I'm a size S.
You're so stupid. But yeah, that was a good one.
It's because I could see us
doing something
like trying to find a perfect match.
It was going so well until
for each other, and because of that, like it made me not want to finish watching the show, but also finish watching the show because I wanted to see the ending.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. Singles Inferno was a really good one. Exchange was
draining.
Yeah.
Exchange was so draining, because there was just so much emotion involved in Exchange, and I think that's another thing. I think with the different premises,
Exchange.
Hold on, let me see. With this different, because of my 5 worst, 2 of them were from Exchange.
Oh, let me see. Of my bad.
2 of them were from Exchange because I think.
Oh yeah.
I think with the shows have different premises.
Just one was Exchange.
For me, the shows have different premises, but there are certain shows that would tend to bring the worst out in people, and I think Exchange is one of them. When you're put in a situation with your ex dating other people, like it's not gonna be cute. It's just not.
Especially the exes are 3 months.
Some of them were too young. He-Doc and Olympian, way too fresh.
Yeah. It's
Dongjin and Dahi, way too fresh.
Went 13 years.
Way too fresh to be on the show.
It was just.
It was a lot.
Exchange was emotionally draining.
Yeah.
I felt like I was, because I would not be able to go in a show with any one of my exes and seeing them talking to the next man. And that's why I rate Sokyeon. Because I will probably do a craziness like Sokyeon.
Because it was just I honestly don't know how any of them did it. I remember when I was like, why is Dahi crying so much? I remember when I kept saying that, and it all clicked, and I was like, yeah, okay. Keep crying, girl. I wish you didn't do it on camera, but go for it.
But My Sibling Romance was, it will be My Sibling Romance, Singles Inferno, because Singles Inferno is for fun.
It's for fun.
I don't take
people don't expect people to get married off the show.
I've said that. It's like,
in My Sibling Romance, we ended up with an engaged person, so even more to put them on top there.
Yeah, My Sibling Romance, we ended up with a married person.
They're not married yet.
They're
engaged.
Brother and Yuna?
Yeah, they're engaged.
They're married.
Engaged.
They're married.
Engaged. They're getting married next year. Or this year.
They're married.
Engaged.
They're married. Google it. Listen. The gaslighting is crazy.
You should be the last one talking right now. What was his name? His name is not brother. What's his name? Young Jay. Young Jay?
Yeah. Did you put brother? Young Jay.
Are getting married late. Well, this was 7 months ago. Hold on.
They're married. I showed you. You can.
Oh, they announced marriage. Wait, no, as an engagement. I'm not seeing anything about them being married currently.
You can go to their Instagram. There was pictures of them at the wedding.
There was a picture of her in a white dress?
Yeah.
That was the picture you showed me.
Yeah.
That was an award show.
No.
People in the comments told me it was an award show that they went to together.
They're married.
Oh my God.
They're married. Let us know in the comments. But I know they're married. But yeah, that's it. So, okay. But this year for 2025, we have
a few shows lined up, and we're excited.
We're
currently doing Exchange.
Singles Inferno
4. Loving it.
If you haven't seen it, check out our reaction. It's going pretty well. Taina wants to do.
I want to do 1920.
1920.
1913 would be crazy. That's illegal. And then,
so 1920, and then
we have Exchange.
Contestants about to be on the show.
We're doing Exchange. We want to do. Listen, guys. The plan was to do Exchange too, but Ruben has it in his head that he wants to see whatever. There's a spin-off of the people who've been in Exchange shows,
yes.
and he wants to see that show. But I'm telling him that's gonna
It's okay.
Spoil things, and he don't care.
It's just spoiling ending. It's Exchange.
There's gonna be drama regardless.
There's gonna be drama regardless. So this is gonna be next in line.
Don't blame me for if that's not what we do next. It's him.
It's okay. I'll die on the hill.
But yeah, that was our top. Next. Yeah, and then we'll see where that goes.
And then we'll see with that. If there's any, because my favorite TV show was The Devil's Plane. I know season 2 is supposed to come out
sometime this year. We'll do it too when it does.
But if you have any other competition show just like The Devil's Plane,
there are a few have been requested.
I think you would like Physical 100.
Never saw it.
Physical 100 was great.
Somebody recommended for me to do the cooking one.
I told you should do the cooking one.
Here's the thing about the cooking one. I tried watching it by myself. I got to one part. Let me tell you exactly where I got to. If you know, you know. I got to the part where the judge that isn't Peck, because I love him and I watch everything he's in, that other judge, he was tasting someone's food for the first time. My man took a bite and was like, did you taste this? I shut the computer down right there. Did I taste this? I didn't even want to know if it was a good thing. My anxiety wouldn't let me. My man looked at the chef after eating his food and was like, did you taste this? How do you recover from that? I refuse. I don't even know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. I refuse. I didn't. I couldn't go on.
I don't watch that many Korean. These are the first
But yeah. We're making this too long. Thank you for watching, guys. Again, in the comments, let us know what your top 5
good
best and worst. For whatever reason. We don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. You could be that you thought they were cute.
Or like, it could be like, they didn't say hi properly. I don't even know. Cause
you could have hated Jaehyung for not standing up when Saeson came in. And not bowing properly. That's completely up to you.
That's completely.
We don't judge.
From that moment, I was like,
disrespectful.
I was like, they're siblings.
I said that.
I was like, I didn't have to guess this because if I see you walking in, I'm gonna be like,
ew. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching.
This was supposed to be 10 minutes long. It's like an hour.
We'll see you guys back whatever's next. So, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Check us out on Patreon.